Okay?
Thank you.
Bless you. Bless you. So there we are. Let's get back over to where I was. If I can find it now. And I'm looking at the MSM right now up on the website, and you can get it by itself. You can get it in that wonderful formulation, or you can get MSM by the pound, and work your way up to a dosage of about, if you're going to start on it for the first time, MSM powder, start with 1 teaspoon 3 times a day with a meal. And then every week for 3 weeks, increase that from the first week, 1 teaspoon 3 times a day. Second week, 2 teaspoons. Third week, 3 teaspoons. There you are. You're at a tablespoon with each meal. And that is a therapeutic dose that will just really, especially if you're taking the joint care and taking a mega dose of MSM, you'll find that it keeps every cell in your body younger, longer. It's called permeable. It keeps the cell young and wet. Your cell has a telomere. A telomere is an aging clock, and that's how long you're going to live. When that little telomere is all gone, well, you're dead. But it keeps the telomeres longer. They stay young. You stay young. Yeah, MSM. Find out about it. Get on it. Absolutely fabulous. As you age, you don't wrinkle up, you have nice skin, and it's a building block for hair and skin and fingernails. Yeah, MSM, that's one of the great ingredients in Doc Miles' joint care formula. So, and I'm trying to get back to the room and I can't find it. Oh my goodness. I'm on my way, folks. I'm looking for the room. I lost it. There it is. I'm back again. So now let's go over to that. That was in Georgia, and a mic came open over in Pennsylvania. Let's see if we can open up that mic again. And over there in Pennsylvania, area code 412. Did you have a question or a comment? Pennsylvania, area code 412. Are you listening? I think you must have walked away from the mic. Okay, there you are. Are you back?
Shalom, Dr. Truman. This is Sister Barbara Mosley.
Yes, shalom, Sister Barbara. How's things in Pennsylvania?
Well, I'm in Pennsylvania, living life. I'm getting some vitamin D. That sun out there.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is going pretty well. Just listening to a conference call. Do you have any more Pennsylvania on your line?
Let's see. Well, I see one. I see Georgia, Louisiana, Texas, Tennessee, Alabama, more Texas, Ohio. More Ohio, and one Pennsylvania. You are representing for Pennsylvania today here, Barbara.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna close. I'm a mute, and I'm gonna listen. Okay.
Okay. Thanks for joining us. That's Barbara out there in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and a devoted listener and advocate of natural health, and a very fine lady, Sister Barbara out there in Pennsylvania. Okay, so we're moving through here, and we're coming close to the top of the hour, but there's time. There's time before Doc Miles has to leave, and he's going to have to leave shortly because at the top of the hour, he has to go and take care of his farm. All his little critters and so forth are hungry, so he has to do that. But before he does, we still have time. We still have time to ask more questions. So please press your star key 2 times on your microphone. Let's ask some interesting questions or ask about an interesting topic. It's been great today. A lot of times we have people who just want to listen, but today we actually got a few questions and so forth, and that's wonderful because your question will help somebody else. So if you have a question or a topic or something you want to talk about, press your star key 2 times right now. Nobody's doing it, Doc. Everybody's now we've just got people that want to listen, and that's okay. So, Doc, did you have anything else? Wait a minute, over there in Ohio, do you have a question?
Yes. Blessings, everybody. I just wanted to say, I talked to you earlier, but I wanted to get a little more clarification. I have a family member that's suffering from. They had a UTI, and they were having some things going on in that area, and they have some energy. They're trying to figure out how they can get their energy and their strength back. And they're elderly, but they've been doing very well at their age, so they want to just keep their energy and their strength up because it seems like it's low these days. But I just realized that the magnets will help him because I think he has aches and pains, so he might want to check out those magnets. But other than that, could you please address those things? And I appreciate it. Thank you. All praise be to the Most High, and peace and blessings to everybody.
All right. What I would do for UTI, number one, I have the oregano tablets that are emulsified and they break down over time, so it doesn't upset the gut. And especially if they're elderly, sometimes they don't like to take the straight up oregano oil. But what that does, that kills the bacteria and viruses and funguses and intestinal parasites. Plus, every day they need to take the juice of a lemon every morning and 8 ounces of water. What that does, that's an astringent for the kidneys, bladder, and urinary tract. And if they do 2 lemons a day for about a week, it'll help clean it up really, really, really quickly, especially with taking the ADP as well, which is the oregano tablets. And that's what I do for urinary tract infections. And it works very, very well because the kidneys are working harder and the urinary tract is working harder, and you have to raise the pH value in order to kill the bugs. And we do that with the lemon, the fresh lemon water, not the stuff in the bottle. That's dead water. You need the live lemon. The juice of a lemon, 8 ounces of water twice a day, morning and evening, plus ADP, and before you know it, it clears right up.
I have a question for you. Believe it or not, when we went to the grocery store, they were out of lemons. If you're having trouble finding lemons, would you say limes will work?
Limes are okay. They're just not as strong and as much volume, if you will, as a lemon, because usually limes are real small. But they shouldn't be out of them long because people, I'm telling people to buy lemons all across the United States, and so they're scrambling to put lemons on the shelf because it really does work. It's very healing. It's just like the old timers used to use foods and stuff like that for not only their nutrition but to help them heal. So this is one of the old time things that they used to do.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, thank you.
You're quite welcome. God bless you.
Bless you too. And what about the energy? Not just the energy, but you get the energy and to get the strength back.
Well, it depends on what the blood work looks like. Because I do blood.
Yeah, low blood. He had low blood. His blood was low.
Well, there's a lot of reasons for that, is what I'm saying. Once I get a copy of the blood work that's got the comprehensive metabolic, the full CBC, the lipids, the TSH, and the urinalysis, once I get those 5 panels, I run it through a special program that I'm the only one in the United States that has this program, and it spits out about an 18-page report, and I can find all kinds of stuff that's going on, why there's no energy, where they have a virus or they have a bacterial infection or sometimes both. Maybe he's anemic, and that means the hematocrit and the hemoglobin levels will both be low. And I have a special iron Regular iron doesn't work. Special iron with B12 2000 with folic acid and B6 in it. Between those two products, it brings you out of the hole for anemia in 2 or 3 months. And it really works because I do it every day. Every day. I mean, I go through some products and people are healing, and they're beating down my doors trying to get in there because everybody's talking about everybody's feeling better once they come and see me. So, I'm trying to slow down, but I can't slow down because people keep coming in the door. So that's okay.
Well, if you can, please give your number on the call because I think he's listening in now. So if you could give your number out, he'll reach out to you. We really appreciate your help.
Okay.
Right, let's give out Doc's number is area code 512-868-9867. That's 512-868-9867. That's his telephone number. His email address is docmiles@outlook.com. docmiles@outlook.com. So all right, I'm going to go ahead and close up that mic because we're getting a little echo from it. And that's great. That's great help for that fella. Now he knows what to do when there's a UTI infection, because you want to use natural antibiotics. And I've got the report. And I've got the report on that up. And let's see here. We've got an open mic again, I think. Let's go check on it. And we do. Pittsburgh, your mic is open. Did you have a question, Sister Barbara? Maybe not. So the mic got accidentally open. Anyway, so what Doc Miles is talking about is using natural antibiotics, making sure that you're getting, the. Yeah, go ahead. You got a question? Go ahead.
Yes. It's Dr. Truman.
Go ahead.
I need to ask a question concerning a bacterial infection and a virus infection. What is the difference, and can you get rid of a virus or something that just stays in the body? Because from my understanding, people we get infections that are bacteria infections, okay? But then these viruses, they said that we have been exposed to viruses because of animals, being, vaccinations or whatever it is, and they're putting this stuff in us. And so it's, from what I have been listening to, they were saying, well, the viruses, they just lay dormant in your body. You can't, as long as you keep your immune system up and all of this, everything's fine. But once your immune system is, compromised or whatever, then you're going to be, breaking out and carrying on with whatever. So I just want to...
I have one particular product for a virus that just keeps hanging around that's hard to get rid of. Oregano helps a lot, but this product is out of Houston. It's made by Biotics Research. It's called Ultra-Virex. And it's a combination of stuff in there that kills viruses, big-time viruses. Okay. And I use it a lot. I mean, I sell it like hotcakes because when people come in and their white count is below 5, like 2 or 3, that's a pretty severe virus. And they stay that way or they're going to go downhill too fast. And I put them on the ADP and the Ultra-Virex, both, and it pulls them right out of the hole. It's just amazing products, I use a double-edged sword when they got that many problems.
Okay. So you saying if, it's out of season like right now, you can't get it, or do you have it, or, because I have, the different people that I know have problems with, different viruses, even like they say the shingle is a virus,
That's right.
And they keep breaking out with shingles. And I'm like, and I was listening to this one doctor. He was saying, well, you can't, as long as you keep your immune system up, and it's not compromised with, low or whatever, well, you're fine. But as soon as it gets low, then that virus is going to come back with vengeance,
That's true. Because you got to take, larger doses of vitamin D3 plus ADP plus the Ultraviolex. And in some cases, when they have a really, really bad case of the shingles, I add the black salve tablets to that, which is bloodroot, sheep sorrel, and gangula in the tablets, and that, in a short period of time will knock the shingles completely out of the ballpark. But then you keep your vitamin D going continually, and you don't fall back into the same rut.
Okay. So then I could get these things from you. Then I can, call your number and order these products. Okay.
It's better to call and order instead of ordering online on my website, because somehow they mess up the orders and people end up having to pay more on postage and stuff like that. It's better to call the office and have Connie or Carol to take the order, and then we'll ship it right out, and then the shipping cost is so much cheaper.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, I'll get your number again, and then I will, I'll do that.
Okay, sweet.
Let me give you that number one more time. The telephone number for Doc Miles is 512-868-9867. That's 512-868-9867. And do remember, I am making a podcast of this broadcast. If you'd like to have a copy of this broadcast, let me know. Give me a call. My telephone number is 503-362-5899. If you'd ever like a copy of one of these broadcasts, or if you'd like a video, let me know. I can help you, or just if you wanted some information, please give me a call. My telephone number for a free consultation is 503-362-5899. 503-362-5899. And I'm looking at a research report that I wrote. It's up on herbalhealthreview.com. And when you're on herbalhealthreview.com, click on common conditions, and then go all the way to the bottom of common conditions until you get to U. And then you're looking at the UTI and infections and a urinary tract infection. A UTI is an infection in any part of the urinary system. Your kidneys, ureters, bladder, urethra. Most infections, UTIs, involve the lower urinary tract, the bladder, and the urethra. Women are at greater risk of developing a UTI than men. And the infection, infections limited to your bladder can be painful and annoying. However, various consequences can occur if the UTI spreads to your kidneys. So we can go into that a little bit more. But it's time for Doc Miles to be feeding his animals and such. So we got an open mic somewhere, and I'm going to close it. I did. So Doc, I want to thank you for joining us here, and with all that swell information and all these wonderful products that can help people. We got a lot of information out here today, and we got another open mic again. Seems like we're at Lexington.
That would be me.
In Lexington, North Carolina. I'm gonna be right back with you after I say goodbye to Doc, because it's past the top of the hour, and I know he's got to go do his chores. Doc, so I want to thank you, sir, for joining us. Doc,
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks a bunch, and keep up the good work. God bless you.
Okay, Doc Miles out there in Georgetown, Texas, and thank you for joining us, Doc. And we just love it when he comes to visit with us. He gets out a lot of great information. He's such a wonderful naturopathic doctor. Now let's go open that mic over there in North Carolina. Did you have a question or a comment there in North Carolina?
Chronic polynephritis. But
chronic sinusitis?
No, polynephritis. Polynephritis. It's a section of the kidney.
Ah, section of the kidney. An inflammation. Yeah. Okay, that's where.
Yes.
That would be.
I had a botched.
Go ahead.
Right, I had a surgeon that kind of botched my surgery, and they cut the urethra too short to attach it. So he had to pull it down, attached directly to my bladder. So I have constant reflux. What can you recommend for that?
I'd be looking at that UTI report that's up on Common Conditions on the website, herbalhealthreview.com. So when you're on herbalhealthreview.com, it's going to describe a whole bunch of natural antibiotics that we can use, because an herbal antibiotic, you only want to use it for about 7 to 10 days. Then you want to switch and take a different one. So it'll give you a bunch of different ones that you can switch around to. One of them being one of the ones that Doc Miles just mentioned, wild oregano oil is wonderful.
Okay.
And you can get it as the oil. Then you only need to use 3 to 7 drops. So it's very efficient and very powerful. Then you can switch over and you can use colloidal silver water, or you can use echinacea, golden seal, poke root, and cayenne, which all together in one bottle. Called.
Okay.
And so you got a whole bunch of natural antibiotics to choose from.
Then the doctor had me on for prophylactically. I was on Ciparode 500 grams daily for about 2 years, and that developed, and I wasn't aware that if you take so much of it, it starts developing. Gave me a grand mal seizure before the doctors realized, take her off the Ciparode.
Oh boy. Wow. And this is happening all the time. They botch surgeries, they misdiagnose, they cause so much pain and suffering.
Yes, they do.
And it's absolutely a national tragedy, because it's not.
That's one of my friends.
Go ahead,
Dr. Truman. That's one of my friends from North Carolina.
Ah, yes.
Yes, I've been a critical care nurse since 1994, but myself, just watching what's happening in the hospital, I'm totally convinced that their medication is not.
Yeah. So now it's talking about the natural antibiotics, and there's a list of them there. Because anything in this report, if you click on it, you can go see it. So this is a very detailed report where you can go see what we're talking about. So if it's talking about calcium and magnesium, you can look at it. It's talking about amino acids and enzymes. You can look at it, and the green foods and the potassium and the Intramax, because it's all these kinds of things that are going to build up the immune system to where the body is able to fight things off. And so, and one of the other things Doc Miles mentioned was you got to have a natural iron. And here it is. It's called Anemia Relief, number 1015. And it's got Yellow Doc. Yellow Doc is 40% natural iron from a plant. The plant contains 40%. natural iron. It's called yellow dock. That's the #1 herb in the anemia relief. But the government said you can't call it anemia relief. People will figure out what it's good for. You have to call it something else. So they finally allowed Health and Herbs to call the anemia relief formula plasmania. So it's a blood builder, and that's what it is. So that you can get that. Then there's pomegranate concentrate, which has antibiotic properties and helps to acidify the urine, and then celery is a diuretic. So just eat lots of celery if you need more diuretic. Parsley is also
the diuretic. I didn't know that.
I'm sorry.
You said celery is a diuretic?
Yes.
Didn't know that. That's good to know.
Yes. And parsley also works as a diuretic to decrease the uric acid. So there's a couple of them there. And then there's hydrangea. It cleanses and breaks down stones in the in the urinary tract. That's
good because I've had plenty of those. So
yeah, and then there's uva ursi, which has germicidal properties that cleanse the urinary tract. Your body has 2 kidneys that function to filter toxins and waste products from the blood. They also and of course, those 2 kidneys regulate the electrolyte levels in your body. And waste products of cellular metabolism, often rich in nitrogen, are eliminated from your body in the form of urine. Occasionally, urine can crystallize sometimes and form renal calculi, kidney stones. And if left untreated, these kidney stones can cause blockage and severe pain. They're sharp.
Mine caused blockage and put me in the hospital immediately. The temperature, it was 105.4, just all of a sudden. And then they had to take me to surgery right away because it had blocked the left kidney completely.
Wow. So it's very, very important that you can cleanse your system of kidney stones at home. And we can talk about that in a minute, because there is even a more thorough report that gets into the kidney bladder, and that's in the kidney bladder report. We're in the UTI report and dealing with UTI. Let's move out of here. We've talked about consuming fruits high in citrates. Citrates stop kidney stones from increasing in size. So if you're getting that lemon juice, every morning, you're having about 16 ounces of water, and you're using that Make Lifestyle Changes diet. That is the perfect diet. It's got meal plans, recipes, whole food, plant-based meal plans, acid alkaline food chart. Talk about a system, a dietary system that's also in the herbalhealthreview.com website on but let's go now and also make sure your fruits are high and include grapes, bananas, oranges, and tomatoes. All good for the urinary tract. Now let's go out of this report and click on common conditions. I'm on herbalhealthreview.com. Everything on this website is all free information. Over 250 reports, over 400 videos, a free conference every Thursday over your telephone, free in over 50 countries of the world.
Wow.
And over your laptop, your cell phone, or your computer, everywhere in the world. And we do this every Thursday, and it's free. It's a labor of love for the Lord. Now I'm going down. I'm going down to the kidney bladder report. I'm in common conditions, HIJK, And there I am, kidney bladder, because here's the rest of the story. There's even one on kidney cysts, how to get rid of kidney cysts. But we're going to look at the kidney bladder report because it gets into it real good. And it's talking about it. And it's talking about, again, when there is a urinary tract problem, you got to make sure you're taking your calcium and magnesium. About 3 of them, 3 tablets at bedtime or in the evening with your evening meal is when you should take it, because you shouldn't be drinking fluids and taking things at bedtime. You want to do it in the evening. Okay, so now it's saying you want to make sure you're getting your calcium and magnesium, and the kidney bladder report is saying make sure you're getting your...
Something I'm not taking now is calcium. Nobody's ever told me that I needed to take calcium and magnesium.
Yeah, you do. So and you want a high-tech one that's like the one that's listed there. And if you click on the calcium and magnesium tablet that's listed in that kidney bladder report, it takes you out of the report. You're looking at the calcium and magnesium, and you're seeing that it is the best high-tech calcium and magnesium you've ever seen. It's multiply chelated. It's the best, and you get a discount when you go to check out. And you put it in the shopping cart. The coupon code is health. The word health 01. Health 01. HEALTH. The word health HEALTH 01. And where it says, do you have a coupon? Now you got one, and it will give you a 15% discount. Press the apply the coupon button. It applies the discount and takes 15% off of anything you order. Now below that,
thank you very much.
Now below that, in this report for kidney bladder, it's talking about enzymes, because you need enzymes, and there they are, and it says you need potassium, and this potassium has iodine, so from seaweed, so that you're getting. Actually, it's potassium from potassium iodide, but it's iodine, and it's going to give you the correct amount of that to help to fight excessive radiation. Because another thing that the government isn't telling us is we've got too much radiation. It came across from Fukushima, but it's a big secret, Everything's a big secret with the government.
Yes, I'm aware of it.
Yeah, it's a big secret. They poison your air, poison your food, poison your water, deny you to have access to good food. They want to feed you GMO. They want to keep you sick because they're most all of those politicians. I didn't say all of them. I said most all of them are taking money from the pharmaceutical industry to keep you sick.
Well, sure. I think the FDA is probably ran by the pharmaceutical companies.
It is ran by them, and they get between $4 and $5 billion to destroy your health every year, and to do what the pharmaceutical industry says to do. Yeah, they're biased, prejudiced, and evil. Anyway.
Yep, I agree. I agree totally.
So anyway, so we talked about plasmania, the anemia relief formula. So that gives you the natural iron, and then it goes down, and it really gets good here because it talks about a marshmallow root tea. Now then it says take this marshmallow root tea, order a half a pound of it or a pound of it, and get your 15% discount. And you can click on it and order it. But here's the thing. It tells you how to make it. It tells you to take a quart of water and bring it to a boil and pull it off the burner and lift the lid on it. Be careful, don't burn yourself. And put a tablespoon of marshmallow root tea in that 1 quart of water, and you pulled it off the burner. So now it's just sitting there cooling down, and that marshmallow root is becoming a tea. And you wait maybe 20 minutes, something like that, and it's all cooled down, and you sip on it. You sip on that marshmallow root tea, 1 quart of it, throughout the day. You're done, drink it up. Be done drinking it 2 to 3 hours before bed. And then below that, it tells you to take these herbal drops that are tincture extracts of the plants: peach bark, marshmallow root, buchu leaf, corn silk, echinacea, goldenrod, parsley root, red clover blossoms, dandelion root, and watermelon seed, and uva ursi leaf, all in one formula. So you don't have to buy a bunch of different things. So now you're taking 30, you're drinking the tea, and you're drinking 30, and you're taking in one of those cups of tea, or just directly underneath your tongue. You're taking 30 drops of that kidney bladder formula 3 times a day. And let's do one more thing. Let's go down. We don't need the kava kava unless you need a calcium channel blocker.
No.
And exactly. So we're not going to use it. And below that, it says Schizandra berry. Now, that is an absolutely wonderful herb because it strengthens.
Never heard of it.
Schizandra berry from India strengthens the digestive organs, and it strengthens the immune system, and it protects against free radical damage and viral and bacterial infections. So, yeah.
Wow.
So we're going to go ahead and put 30 drops 3 times a day of that. Then just look at the rest of them below there. If you needed more help with inflammation, that's when you'd add more nettle leaf. If you had inflammation, add more nettle. If you have, if you need more of a diuretic, get some more watermelon seed tincture. If you needed more help with the inflammation, add more goldenrod. So you've got more help if you need it. But if you don't, we'll just go with what But it's nice to know. Now down below that, and if there's diabetes, juniper berries works very well when there's a kidney problem associated. When there's diabetes, juniper berries is also another wonderful herb to use. So, but below that,
I don't have diabetes. Yeah.
You don't, you say?
No, do not.
Perfect. That's good news. So now.
Yeah, they did tell me though that the mucus lining of my bladder is being eat out.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make any sense to you?
Yes. So that's why this marshmallow root and the golden and that kidney bladder herbal tincture and the Schizandra berry, that's all nourishing, healing.
Okay.
It's nourishing and healing, and the marshmallow root, if it finds any stones, it coats them over with a gooey mass, and they can't stick you anymore, and the bleeding will stop, and the pain will stop, and then
I spontaneously bleed, and they really haven't. When I don't even know a stone, I spontaneously bleed from the kidneys.
Yes. So now, if there are stones, that's when you use the Stones Clear herbal formula that has all these herbs in it in the same bottle. Hydrangea root. Hydrangea root breaks down the stones. Gravel root breaks down the stones. Marshmallow root coats them over so that they can't make you bleed, and it won't hurt you and won't stick you anymore. And then
that'd be nice.
Then there's more goldenrod in there. That's it. That's what's breaking down those stones. So that's a Stones Clear formula. So you can use that. And then what
about for the nausea?
Just a minute. If you needed more help, then there's the olive oil lemon juice concoction. Have you heard of it?
No.
Well, there's the recipe right there under kidney bladder, and it says take olive oil and lemon juice concoction. You make it. The olive oil lubricates and soothes your urethral passages, while the high acidity of the lemon juice, and that's from fresh lemons now, breaks down, like Doc Miles said, lemon juice in a bottle is dead dead lemon juice.
Right.
You want live, fresh lemons. Lemon juice.
Yeah, and you want to buy the lemons with the seeds, right? You don't want them seedless.
Absolutely. Man. See, that is evil man who is trying to play God again and make a fruit without the seed in it. God made the fruit with the seed in it. Man is so dumb he makes a fruit without a seed in it and thinks that's great, and then pats himself on the back. Anyway, all right, just makes me mad. Anyway, lemon juice breaks down the crystal aggregations, clearing your urethral passages of kidney stones. Drink this mixture once a day before you're going to bed. If the stone if stone pain is detected, mix 2 ounces of olive oil with 2 ounces of fresh lemon juice. Drink straight down, and then drink a large glass of water, and stones should pass within 24 hours. Drink organic raw apple cider vinegar.
That Mother's?
Apple cider vinegar, raw apple cider vinegar. It creates a high acidity, and it breaks up your kidney stones, and it allows them to easily pass through from your body through your urine. And then you drink 5 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar daily, preferably 30 minutes before meals. Drink to your taste in water. You can dilute it, and to where you can handle it, because you dilute it to where you can. Then you drink a lot of water. Increasing your water consumption prevents new kidney stones from forming while softening existing ones. And you're drinking 12 full glasses of water. Or actually what you're doing is you're going over to, now we're going to go out of this report. I want you to go out of this report and click on common conditions again. And when you're in common conditions, I want you to, when you look at that egg, let me know when you're looking at the big egg on herbalhealthreview.com. We went out of common, and now you're looking at the big egg, and just below the big egg, the first report on the left is make lifestyle changes. Let's look at that. Okay. Now we're clicking on that.
Okay, got it.
And that is going to give you the perfect diet. And mainly, it's going to give you the perfect immune system. Okay. Oops, we got an open mic here that's kind of making noise. Let's see if we can close it. That helped. Okay, so now you're in the Make Lifestyle Changes report. Is that right?
Right.
And it's telling you how much water to drink. Half your body weight in ounces. So if you weighed 200 pounds, you'd drink 100 ounces of quality liquids daily. We can count soup. We can count juice, a little bit of juice, and herbal tea. We can, and water. We can count these natural, healthy fluids as part of your half your body weight. Okay. Okay. Then you start every morning with 16 ounces of water with a slice or 2 of lemon. Okay. Then you're putting half a dropper full daily of B12 and folic acid under your tongue. Now it takes me 25 minutes to explain this. It takes 25 minutes for me to explain. To take the B12, to take the liquid sunshine, but you see there, it tells you how that it take the liquid sunshine 50 drops under your tongue for 15 days. Then after 15 days, just take 10 drops every day.
Okay.
That puts your immune system in orbit. And then you might do that 6 months later, at the beginning of flu season, do it again. And that's it, because it's better than a flu shot. It'll inoculate you against
I
Go
question
ahead.
all those immune systems and stuff because it's got synthetics in it, and it's
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
yeah,
You don't want to do the flu shot. But you do want
no,
to do, if you do this, it's better than anything else you could do. So now
okay,
we're not going to use the pregnenolone unless you want to increase your testosterone and increase your stress and decrease stress. If you got a stress problem or a low libido, pregnenolone will bring it up. But if you don't, leave it out. If you don't want to boost your libido and you don't want to get rid of stress right now, leave the pregnenolone out.
okay,
But otherwise, you can keep it around because it will get rid of stress and it will increase your libido. And that's what it does. That's what pregnenolone does. It's the
everybody's stress, yeah.
It's the mother. It is the mother of all hormones for females and males. It's called pregnenolone. So it's just nice to know about it. But then there's the fulvic acid. If you crack open a rock, you see a vein running through the rock, right?
Yeah.
That vein used to be an ancient forest, a whole forest, and now it's just smashed right down and become all kinds of vitamins and minerals, and they mine it. They mine those veins out of those rocks, and they take that fulvic acid, also called shilajit, and they take that shilajit and they make a liquid out of it, and they feed it to plants, and the plants grow like crazy. They feed it to farm animals. Farm animals get great, big, strong, and healthy. They feed it to humans, same thing. It's a very inexpensive tonic. Very inexpensive. So you give yourself a squirt or two of fulvic acid under your tongue every morning. And then the Intramax is the world's greatest multiple vitamin. When I say the world's greatest multiple vitamin, I'm talking 415 certified organic ingredients, all made from plants, not chemistry. So that is a liquid multiple vitamin with everything in it, and it even has some of that fulvic acid in it. That's how high tech it is. So so now you got the world's greatest multiple vitamin, half of an ounce, and all these liquids. You notice I'm using a lot of liquids because now you can put all these liquids in one cup. And you can either squirt these liquids one at a time under your tongue, or put them all into one cup and then hold it in and then take a sip of that liquid, all the liquids together. Take a sip, hold it in your mouth for about a half a minute to a minute, swallow it because it has gone directly through the roof of your mouth, through your cheeks, under your tongue. That is the best delivery system directly into your blood.
Right into the mucous membranes, right?
Yeah, you're now getting 300% more of the medicine, of the nutrition from the plant, 300% more than if you took a capsule or a tablet.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a state-of-the-art delivery. Now, if your immune system is low, take some colostrum for a month or two and boost up your immune system. That's what comes into mom's breast to give to baby, to immunize the baby. So that's the immune system. You can re-inoculate yourself with immune factors from the colostrum. And if you're just exhausted, tired, worn out.
Yes.
That's what that's for. The nice bones, three of those before or after your evening meal, so that you're getting 3 of those around bedtime. That's your calcium and magnesium. That's the best calcium and magnesium in the world right there. And that's in a tablet. But now here is something really interesting called betaine HCl. Do you see the betaine HCl?
Yeah, I did. Betaine HCl. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, what that is doing, you see what happens with everybody that Doc Miles is testing, everybody that I'm talking about. They all are not breaking down their their food.
Right.
They're not up there. It's not perfect. Your digestion is not perfect. Nobody's is.
Yeah.
That's what we found. So you need everybody and anybody who has gas acid reflux,
I do, yeah.
acidosis, upset stomach, they really, 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 really need betaine HCl, because if you take one with every meal, you'll break down and digest everything in that meal, because that is converted, the betaine HCl is converted to pepsinogen. Pepsinogen breaks down and converts and becomes pepsin, the enzyme. So,
Dr. Truman,
yes.
what is the name of that again? What is the name of that?
Betaine HCl. Betaine.
Betaine.
BETAINE. Betaine. I'm on the website, herbalhealthreview.com. I'm in common conditions. And I'm looking at the Make Lifestyle Changes report, and it's one of the first things in that report is telling you all these things that you do first thing in the morning. So your immune system is so powerful, you never get sick.
Whoa.
That's easy.
Now.
Yeah. I need that.
And now, here's one more thing you need to know about betaine. Let's say if you had acidosis, and you were really, it was burning your throat, and you were just miserable. You take 2 betaine HCLs with a large glass of water, and in 5 minutes, all gone, all over it. You're done.
Wow. With a large glass of water.
So that's betaine HCl. Then you're taking 1 with every meal, and you're taking Good C, every 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C every 4 hours, or 1,000 milligrams 3 times a day.